Good morning, everyone, and happy American Independence Day. Today, I am here to talk to you, to warn you about the Woke Olympics, because the Woke Olympics is upon us. And what is the Woke Olympics? It is a militia of Wokelites, a militia of leftists that are constantly trying to outdo one another. And you could see this. This could easily be observed from the incidents that have been taking place over the last few years. For example, look, we have the LGBT, but that wasn't enough. Then there was a push for LGBTQIA, but that still wasn't enough. Then we need a plus, and then we need another plus, and there's a plus plus and a plus plus plus. And then they want gender neutral restrooms, and then they demand that they teach your children that there are more than two genders in their schools. Do you see the pattern here? The fight starts out for equality. Once equality has been reached, the fight now becomes for supremacy, and that's what's happening right now. And this will not stop. These are the progressives. They call themselves the progressives. And the progressives do not stop fighting for progress no matter what has been given. Because, like I said, equality has already been reached. That is the system we have in place right now. Equality of opportunity. Everyone has equal rights under the law. That is the system we have in place. Now the fight is for supremacy. And the same thing that happened with LGBTQIA+++ is now happening with Black Lives Matter. The fight started out for equality. That has been reached. That has been achieved many decades ago. But you notice they keep fighting. They don't even know what they're fighting for at this point. The only piece of legislation that they've even proposed is defund the police, which would hurt them more than anyone else. I've made videos where I go into depth about that exact issue. And this is the fight. And in the absence of police, what is going to stop this mob from easily just taking over? They can do so without any resistance at all. And that's why they want to defund the police. We have new countries sprouting up in the middle of cities. This is not a fight for equality. This is a takeover. And when you look at Seattle and you look at the police-free zone, what happens in the absence of police? Who ends up rising to power and becoming the law enforcement? It happens to be the very worst people. Who would have guessed? If we are going to preserve our current system, then we need to fight for it. If there is absolutely no resistance, as there has been, they will easily take over, they will strip all of your rights, take your property, and by the time you decide that you do want to fight back, there will be nothing left to fight for. Right now, there is no competing chorus of voices. Everywhere you look, everything you see is Black Lives Matter, defund the police. Their message is getting out, their message is being spread, and they are trying to silence people with competing messages. And many people are succumbing to their demands. You see this all the time in businesses. Someone will send out a tweet like "All Lives Matter," which not too long ago this wouldn't be considered controversial at all. But the woke militia, the Black Lives Matter mob, will then demand to that business that that person be fired. And rather than that business standing their ground and saying, no, we support the rights of free speech for our employees, they give in to the demands of the woke militia, of the Black Lives Matter mob. And the only thing this does is it gives them more power. So now precedent has been set. They know the only thing they have to do to cancel you, to silence you, to disrupt your freedom of speech is make a single phone call, make a single demand to your employer, and that is it. Your entire life has been ruined. And right now, there is no pushback. There is no competition. No one is pushing back against these people. And if we are going to preserve the system we have in place right now, at the very least, we need a competing chorus of voices. We need voices that say, we call for equality. We call for equal rights under the law. Supremacy is not okay. Equality of under the law is the system we have in place right now, and it's the system that we want to preserve. if the woke mob, if the Black Lives Matter militia takes over, they will have total, complete power and control over you and everyone. So before it is too late, before we keep letting them inch their way closer and closer to their goal of changing our entire system, of having the supremacy that they are now fighting for, we need to speak up. So please leave your thoughts in the comments below, like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.